Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to episode number 2 of Jurassic World Evolution 3's campaign gameplay. In the last video, we got pretty far. We got through about roughly 2 areas, and we learned how to actually make babies and make male genomes. So in today's video, we're going to be continuing that. I have no idea how far we're going to get today, but without further ado, let's not waste any time and get straight into the video. Okay, so here we are back on the island. This is pretty much where we left off last time. And the only difference now is we have a new location right down here, and we're going to go ahead and head on down. Also, this is going to be like an aviary place. Okay. Clark Country, Nevada. That sounds really familiar. Was that in the second game? Was it?
Las Vegas. In Spanish, the Meadows. Huh. It brings to mind peaceful, rolling pastures and verdant land. But what we get are greedy opportunists rolling the dice on displaying prehistoric animals in sorely lacking enclosures. But then, aren't you also taking a gamble? Will you be able to get this site not just functional, but ethical? Roll up, place your bets, and good luck. You know, if you believe in that sort of thing.
Not me. I don't believe in luck.
When you said we were going to Vegas, I was expecting glitz, glamour, maybe a night on the town, huh? But that'll teach me for being optimistic. What was this place again?
I believe that the original owner called it a prehistoric playland, or some such. The new owner, our client, wants us to take better care of these animals.
And I bet they're expecting some impressive profits given the Vegas adjacent real estate. Oh, I have a good feeling about this.
Okay. Yeah, so this is a very, very big, like, area
To
for
help
flying
out,
reptiles.
I brought in a freelance crisis manager. She was a big name at Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, until they went under. Catastrophically. But I'm sure that had nothing to do with you, Lily. Nothing at all.
Thank you, Cabot. And hello, everyone. Now, our most pressing task is to get these animals recontained, which means repairing that aviary. Unless we want those high flyers to escape to the bright lights of the city, of course.
Alright. Maintenance posts. Wonder if I could actually get everything into one fell swoop. Actually, I did! Ah, sweet! Okay. Maintenance team. Assign.
Damage over here.
Let's just go and get that started. There we go. Repair all the aviaries. Huh, must not be in range. Oh no, it is in range, okay. Luckily, this is pretty much identical to what the game used to be.
And I should say, it's especially good to see you again, Kira.
You two know each other, huh?
Lily was a mentor for me. She gave me my first opportunities in paleocuration.
And you walked away from those opportunities with a copy of my contacts database in your pocket. She was a cunning young raptor even then.
Yes, well, I learned from the best. But let's just focus on recontaining the escaped flying reptiles.
Generator just needs some fuel. Asset has been collected.
Am I the only one that's kind of suspicious of her? The Kira person? I don't know why. I can do that. There's no time limit either, that's good. Okay. So this is probably going to take a bit of a minute.
Assets in the air. Transportation complete. Asset delivery confirmed.
I'm going to assign a ranger team. Oh, well, I guess I can just do that then.
Patrol underway. Transportation complete.
Arrival point. A lot of this just seems like extra stuff. No real science center or
Looking
anything.
good. But if this place is gonna hit the jackpot, we'll need these animals to be visible to our guests. And we should make it clear that the park's under new management with some stylish scenery, too.
Oh, yeah. What's a sideshow without the show, after all?
Viewing gallery, ready for you to observe our amazing avian reptiles.
All those old structures that were on the site when we got here don't exactly shout high-end establishment. Remember, you can demolish anything you don't like or dress it up with some lovely scenery items. Do a good job and I might hire you to revitalize my porch.
If this site runs out of money, well, that would be a crisis in its own right. Use the arrival point to open the park. Then we can get back to work.
Our client wants more species on site. This is a non-negotiable part of our contract, so do whatever needs to be done to make it happen. Lily, could you lend your guidance?
Oh, of course. Building a new aviary is step one, and it's crucial to get right. The proper environment will keep these animals happy enough to prevent an escape attempt. When the aviary is set up, then we can look into bringing more flying animals on site. The guests will love that, I'm sure.
Okay. We need a science center. So we can kind of like almost hook it up with other buildings?
Attention all science personnel. Please report to the newly opened Science Center.
Part of me doesn't know how to feel about this, but it's also like really nice. Doesn't make... Yeah, see? You could easily make like a New York City joint or something out of this. Okay, so we need to research aviary domes. Actually, wait, hold on. Research the following. There we go. There we go. And then increase genome of college. I have no idea how to say that. That's hybrids. We need dig sites. There it is. Alright, takes care of that. So now all that's left is just getting the rest of this figured out. So once we got this all ready, I'll cut back.
Time for us to make use of that genome, don't you think? Go ahead, synthesize, incubate, release, profit. Oh wait, did I say that last one out loud?
Commencing synthesis procedure.
You can't have a functioning park without the right infrastructure. And without a functioning park, where would we be? What, sitting at home? Not teetering on the edge of chaos? Boy, wouldn't that be dull?
All right, just gonna go ahead and get all these.
Colleagues joining us today.
That should be more than enough to be able to get these guys incubated. There we go. Okay, these guys are missing some pasture. And now they're missing Baron.
Ladies and gentlemen, our restroom is now open to use for whenever nature calls.
This is our first, well, no, it's our second new species to be seeing in the park. You know, I'm kind of surprised we didn't get any new Marines. I really thought we'd have gotten at least one.
Incubation complete. Prepare asset.
The dinosaurs did not evolve for this world. Their struggles to adapt should be evidence of this. But you reject that fact, and you endanger human life in doing so. Dr. Malcolm was right. Nature must be allowed to take its course without human intervention. If that means a re-extinction of dinosaurs, so be it. We are extinction now. And this is our warning to you. End your work. Dissolve the dinosaur integration network. Or this will no longer just be a warning.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
You know, I see where they're coming from. Nature should be revered, but the situation, I must say, has evolved since Mount Sibo's eruption on Isla Nublar. The dinosaurs aren't isolated on an island anymore. Our actions don't just affect prehistoric life, but human life also. But I suppose people will see what they want to see, and we can't stop them. Trust me, I've tried.
It's petty idealism being dressed up as a fact of nature. Our work is too important to allow this to slow us down.
Geez, your self-belief is admirable. You know, others have had that same confidence with, let's say, mixed results.
Let's keep doing what we're doing. It's not like they'll actually be able to stop us anyway, huh?
Pretty sure that's some famous last words or something.
Our guests are going to expect a certain degree of luxury, which this park is currently lacking. Get them the amenities they deserve. And if someone can get me a high-end meal and a fluffy bathrobe while they're at it, all the better.
Mr. Finch, not to tempt fate, but I'm not sure that this site is quite, disastrous enough to justify a crisis manager. Your team is handling it rather well.
I have to agree. As nice as it is to see you, Lily, this seems like an unnecessary expense.
Maybe I underestimated what we could do in-house. But stick around just a little longer. This area is known for its shady characters, so anything could happen. Sawridge Cattle Company was just a tumbleweed's roll away.
All right. A little longer then, if you're genuinely concerned.
Mr. Finch, I was just talking to our client about their ambitions to expand the park. Do you have something you want to explain?
Okay, don't be mad, but I have a lot of friends/enemies/debt in Vegas, and I knew we'd need a crisis manager if we ever wanted to cut through the red tape and expand the site. And guess what? It worked, huh? Of course, Lily stormed off as soon as I told her, but she's dealt with jobs falling apart before. I said she was at Jurassic World, didn't I?
I am truly disappointed in you, Finch. But, I confess, the client will be happy. The red tape is down, but the land still needs to be paid for. We should generate enough funds to make this happen.
Great. Fantastic. This is so weird sometimes. Let's see. So we have to rack up an additional $200,000. How the frick are we supposed to get that? Whoa. Oh.
The site is getting more impressive by the day, but increasing diversity within our population would provide both scientific and entertainment value. That should be our next target.
I've been reaching out to potential clients and have now had all the responses I wanted. The news is, well, I think you'll be as pleased and pleasantly surprised as I am. But let's talk about this with a map in front of us.
All right.
East Asia. Vast, mysterious, and beautiful. And of course, bed of so much discovery and history and progress. But you know, it's a complex, chaotic world out there. And now, that global complexity, that intercontinental chaos, will have another fascinating variable to it. You. What could possibly go wrong?
Certainly nothing that we can't handle, I'm sure. But allow me to give a proper briefing on these incredible opportunities. In Indonesia, there are rumors of disease in local dinosaur populations. We are tasked with developing a facility to monitor and handle any outbreaks. A conservation-minded client in China has asked for our help in creating a spacious sanctuary for prehistoric giants.
So like sauropods.
And there is a theme park in Japan that has fallen to ruin. We will need to put it back in working order and make it the success it was always meant to be. All three of these sites are significant, both in the importance of the work and in their benefit to our global reputation. These clients expect a lot of us. We best not disappoint.
Okay. Well, seems like we got a lot on our hands. Okay, so... The question is, what route do we take? Very tough to say. Very tough to say indeed. Now, Pteranodons, if I remember correctly, they like Geostembergia. Actually, do these guys have any particular they like, or they just prefer to be solo? They like Tappy Jar. Finally, something that's actually liking Tappy Jar that's not gonna be a pain.
A research assignment has been successfully completed.
What is that? Oh, depleted. Okay. Okay, so that's going to be going for a little while. So in the meantime...
Topping up generator.
Hmm.
Using a drone.
Attention personnel. We have detected power
Filling up a
outages
generator.
across the site. Available personnel, please respond.
The drone.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your comfort, we've increased the hotel capacity of the park.
Let's go and see here. Actually, what if we were to try to get some tapijaras? Really?
Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised that our weather forecasts predict an incoming sandstorm.
Drone task assigned.
Commencing. Ladies and gentlemen, please shield your eyes and proceed to take cover until the sandstorm has passed. Inconvenience experienced during our recent events. Commencing synthesis procedure. Ladies and gentlemen, the sandstorm has now passed. Please resume your normal activity.
All right. Oh, wait, how many? 4 eggs? What? What the heck? Holy frick. Okay, this was... Okay, wow. Aww. Look at the babies. Let's see. We got 1 male, 2 males, and 2 females. That's amazing. Look at the babies. They're so cute. Oh my goodness. Look at it. It's so cute. Oh my goodness. Let me quickly go into capture mode. All right, Gionsbergia.
Personnel, please stand by.
All right, a little bit later,
Money
we
isn't everything, which is what I usually have to tell myself after a few nights in Sin City. It is a lot of things, though, so it's time to rake in the dough. While catering to our guests' needs, of course.
Chief among which is the need not to get eaten.
Okay, I need to go to my staff center and rest you for a little bit. And then... Nope, not that. What should we upgrade? We'll upgrade his genetics. Confirm. Alright, and now we just gotta get the amenities number up. Okay, so what I've kind of learned to understand about this game is that it's essentially we have to get to a 5-star rating for all of these areas. So I think it's time that we head over to Asia and check out some of the parks there. So let's go here. Let's go to the Giants one.
Sanctuary for Titans, huh? You know, prehistoric giants were the first dinosaurs that I ever laid eyes on. But if you're hearing any nostalgia in my voice, well, you'd be mistaken. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was, truly amazed. But I was also struck by how out of time they felt. So immense, so massive. They just didn't seem to fit our world. Well, that's now the very challenge that we all need to solve.
One of my favorite places in the world. You know we're close to the Shaximau Formation. The fossils found here have been staggering. Over 100 sauropods alone. Giants roam this land. Can you imagine it?
We don't have to. Need I remind you that we are here to create a permanent home for some of the largest animals to have ever lived. The client is expecting no less than well-cared-for dinosaurs and an effective breeding program. Our work here will be under the greatest scrutiny.
Wonderful. I mean, I've spent most of my professional life under scrutiny anyway. But I have every faith in your abilities, Dr. Baldera. Make some magic.
Giganotosaurus, Therizinosaurus, Dreadnoughtus, Panacotitan. Okay.
Female sauropods are on the way, but that alone won't make for a very successful breeding program. We need males, too.
Not a problem. We'll need genetic material in order to synthesize a male, so let's send out an expedition to gather it. While we wait, we can build a lovely enclosure for those soon-to-arrive sauropods.
Asset being transported.
Okay. Okay, so basically this is supposed to be like a very heavily sauropod-based environment, which, yeah, that makes total sense.
Asset transported. Confirming asset delivery.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have ready for
Let's quickly speed this up. How many? What was bring it up to? Current 55. So we gotta go again. Okay. And then for a little bit later, just waiting on the mail. There we go. Alright, it's gonna take about 2 minutes, and then after that we can go ahead and synthesize a Apatosaurus. So it's when the comfort gets increased and the health is good. That's when it all gets that's when it all kind of comes together. Okay.
I believe we have everything we need to synthesize a male, so let's begin.
Those dinosaurs were sent to us courtesy of our very generous client, huh? They need to be treated right. So, needless to say, we better be synthesizing the most charming sauropod this place has ever seen.
Yes, well, I'm sure they'll all get along wonderfully. We should ensure that the males and females all end up in the same enclosure, though, and that they're nice and comfortable.
Wait, what? Huh. Okay, and then I can recruit a few more scientists. Let's see. Well, I don't really have that many options, so I'll just do you three.
Joining us today.
And then now we should have enough to where we can... Yep, perfect. There we go. We'll do one male, one female. I think that's a bit of a smarter move to play. Ow! All right. One male, one female. Perfect. Gonna take about 3 minutes. Okay, so when that's ready, we'll go ahead and get to that. So without further ado, I'll see y'all when they're ready. All right, they're ready to go. So without further ado, let's incubate. Or not incubate, release. That's a gorgeous shot right there. Oh my! Ah! That was a beautiful shot.
Okay, excellent. Now all we need to do is let nature take its course, just like it would have done on this very spot in Cretaceous China. Not that it would have been called China then, but anyway.
There we go. These guys still happy? Yep, they're good. Okay, perfect. Now that baby Apatosaurus, yep, it's about to leave the area. This is gonna be so cute, I already know it. 2, 1. Adorable, but oh my gosh, he's huge!
I see the breeding program has already shown progress. Very good. But we need to do more. The client expects greater species diversity and more naturally bred dinosaurs. And that is what they will get. Make it so.
Nature really can't be rushed, but I guess the business world never got that memo. Well, I can advise on the breeding side of things, I guess. Using a little bit of animal husbandry and a dash of pheromones, don't ask me how I obtained them, we can encourage specific dinosaurs to breed with a higher chance of success. Worth a go, right?
All right. I'm actually kind of excited because I've never, with Patagotitan being a brand new species, it's going to be interesting to see how it is. Oop. Not quite hooked up. There we go. And then we just need some electricity. All right. So let's see. Research, dig sites. I need to find. Let's see. Okay. So I need to research this. There we go. Which probably means, however, I'm most likely not going to be able to do much expeditions. Or I guess I can. So we need Patagotitan. Where is it located? Gallimimus, Compy, Dimorphodon. So where is Patagotitan? Oh, there it is. Okay, so I was kind of right. Okay, have 2 naturally bred dinosaurs leave the nest. Okay. Well, go ahead and add in another large nest. Does Memenchi and Patagotitan like each other? Most likely not, due to the fact that most don't really like each other. Okay. Am I losing money or am I gaining it? I'm gaining it. Okay, it's slow, but I am gaining money. That's good.
Damage found, but I'm on it. Power will be back soon.
There we go. And then we gotta go to the expedition map. It still says I don't have enough. Oh, it's I don't have the funds. Ah, frag. So you're telling me I gotta sit around here? Well, actually, no, wait, no, contracts.
Ladies and gentlemen, our restroom is now open to use for...
Okay.
Power will be back soon.
Maybe if I can get the Dryosaurus to possibly do it? No valid dinosaurs. Does it need a medium then? Or can it just not breed? Okay, it needs a medium, okay. I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner. Okay. Oh! The apatosaurs are breeding again. Okay.
Damage found, but I'm on it.
Okay. I still don't have the funds to get a Patagotitan. This is gonna get annoying fast, I already know it. But our funds are going up, that's good. And that just got claimed. So both of these have now been claimed. Apatosaurus 3 claimed by Apatosaurus 1. So by you. And then this was claimed by Dryosaur number 3. A single egg, okay. We don't got a choice. If we want to get the funds, we have got to move. Oh, light work. That's light work right there. I hope. Look at the graphics on this game, it's so much better. That was easy. And now we actually have the proper funds to be able to go get some fossils for the Patago Titan. Is it pricey? Yes. But so is science. Such is the price of science. And now our funds are going down. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've already basically done that, no? Increase the size of the largest territory population to 10. Oh, so just incubate like 2 more Dryos. That's not a problem, actually. We literally just have to incubate 2 Dryosauruses, and then we get $126,000 or $120,000 bonus. Jeez. All right. Not really a whole lot we can do now. We just kind of have to wait it out. That's pretty much all we can do, to be honest. We really can just wait this out. So, all right. So I'm going to cut it here until we have the Patago Titan and Mamentosaurus ready to go. Once I have that ready, I'll cut back. So I'll see you guys then. Okay. So we finally have the Patago Titan and Mamentosaurus ready to go. Just obviously releasing it. I think this is the male. I didn't release a female one because I was just trying to follow the mission. But if it ends up needing a female, I'll incubate one. I will say I like the red look on him. It looks good.
We've been awfully focused on our dinosaurs so far, and that's not a bad thing for a sanctuary. We can't neglect our guests, though. So, let's make sure they're happy.
Not every guest wants their paleo day out to involve a hike. We need a solid transport setup to keep guests comfortable, and their minds and wallets open to what we have to offer. Now, simply put, anything that gets guests from A to B will improve our transport rating. A monorail is the classic choice, but tours can also improve our transport rating as long as there are 2 tour buildings on the route.
Oh, yeah, everybody loves a tour, at least until the power goes out, the storm rolls in, and the dinosaurs disappear from their enclosures.
Okay, so to put it simply, we just gotta make do that, and then Okay, so... Oh. Yeah, okay, what the heck. Shouldn't be too difficult once we get a solid idea of what we're gonna do. Is the monorail gonna be first, or is it gonna be this? I'm really hoping it's this. It is! Haha!
Filling up a generator.
Okay, that takes care of that. And then another one we can do... Okay, you know what? I'm curious as frick over this. The balloon tour.
Ladies and marvel at our newly opened balloon tour.
Generator will be running soon.
They're so cute. Look at them.
Stopping up generator.
Alrighty. That's... I don't even know what to say to that. That's insane. What the heck?
Power will be back soon.
Alright, that should do the trick. Slightly updating it a little bit to further give them a bit more viewage. Is it just... Seems bigger.
It's remarkable, isn't it? We started with what seemed like a huge piece of land, and these graceful giants soon filled it. I think we need to expand. Enough for new dinosaurs to roam.
Of course I agree with you, Dr. Baldera, but it was quite the challenge even getting this space. My conservation sector colleagues would need to have the utmost confidence that DIN could make good use of an expanded site.
And they're not the only ones with a piece of the pie. I have contacts who would probably block a land purchase if they weren't confident in DIN's ability to make it financially viable.
Sounds like small potatoes compared to caring for giant dinosaurs. Let's work on our reputation.
Let's see. Here's Chunkingosaurus. Alright, we'll go and get that done. And then... oh. Here's the thing, we don't exactly know what it likes. Oh! Oh, that's how you do it. Okay. Well, I mean, in that case, we'll just get a hadrosaur in there.
Commencing synthesis procedure.
If I need to, I'll expand that out a little bit. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Alright, where's Loki Ceratops? Alright, takes care of that. Alrighty, just gotta finish. Let's finish up, and then that'll be good to go. There we go. Hey, we got some new land. A whole lot of new land. Jeez.
Remember earlier when I mentioned keeping guests here front of mind? Well, we've acquired a big stretch of land since then, and this park needs a transport system that works for its visitors. My vote? The Cretaceous Cruise. We will need to carve out a route for the tour to follow, but I'm sure our guests will love it.
I'd ask if the sauropods would have a problem with it, but they're pretty much gigantic walking snorkels. What's a bit of deep water to a neck like that, right?
soon. I'll be back.
Turns out this place is getting some attention as the go-to spot for giant dinosaurs, and I love attention. So, when I heard that a humongous marine reptile had been caught in the ocean, I skimmed a few funds and bought it. I know, I'm amazing.
This might be an obvious question, but where exactly will it live?
Not to state the obvious right back, but that sounds like a you problem. Come on, you're an ecologist and we have the best habitat building team around. But, maybe get moving because it'll be delivered any time now.
Well, okay then. I guess we put together a lagoon before a marine reptile arrives on our doorstep.
Alright, so I guess now we're making a lagoon. My guess is that it's either going to be a Mosa or a Megalodon, from the way they kept on describing it as a big creature. Hmm. Three, 4, 5, 6.
They say you can never have too much of a good thing.
I had an idea.
With this delivery, I guess we'll find out if that's true.
A magnificent animal. We should make sure that it's comfortable in its new home.
Good thinking. Comfortable dinosaurs stay where they're put.
It's a marine reptile. Evolution doesn't work that fast, Mr. Finch.
You know, the modern ocean is a tough place for prehistoric animals, especially giant ones. Unfamiliar ecosystems, no guarantees on reliable food sources, temperatures that they never evolved for. Marine reptiles need our support if they're going to adapt. So, it's time we extended the breeding program here to our aquatic guest of honor.
So we're making babies. I guess this quite literally is a place for giants. Okay. So... Alright. Simple as that. Perfect. And then we just go and get the Marines. I can barely tell the difference between them. What do you mean no available nest? There's literally a nest right here. Nope. All right. Give it a shot. You gotta at least try it. You know, we're gonna need, species. Seriously though, I can't really tell the difference between them both. And the female's spike's back looks a little more spiky. But like that's just about it. Sweet.
We want our guests out of pocket, not out of breath, huh? Now, get more transport in the park and make sure that those guests are having a good time.
Okay, increase guest comfort, transport rating, increase it, and at least one operational tour attraction. Oh, yeah, we did it! Haha!
Finch, explain to me why you saw fit to buy a huge marine reptile without consulting me? Or the client?
Well, I got one heck of a deal on it. And I knew the client liked giants, and we had a whole conservation thing going on. You don't want to ignore marine reptiles, do you?
Let me be clear. I do not like surprises. But the client is happy. Yes, they are trying to solve the very real problem of finding a space in the world where large animals can thrive. And they were impressed by the breeding program put in place.
Wait a second. This isn't a dressing down, but a congratulations?
It can be both. Now, do not become complacent. This conservation park may be doing well, but there is far more hard work to be done.
Hard work is my middle name.
It is?
Okay, it isn't, but I'm sure it's someone's middle name around here.
Aha, right. Well, I think with that, we're going to go ahead and leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for watching episode 2 of the series. Make sure you stay tuned for episode 3, where we're going to be continuing going through these islands. If I remember correctly, there's about 10 of them, so we'll see how it all plays out. And yeah, with that, guys, I'll be sure to catch you on the next one. Have a good day, have a good night. I'll catch you on the flip side, so all are one.
Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. This is Optimus endorsing Thundermus Prime. It's prime time.